Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 59. Justin Herbert and the San Francisco 49ers versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again. Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Taken down at the 47-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Herbert on 1st down now. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Herbert on 3rd down now. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Again, Herbert. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 2nd down and goal. Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Out now, Andrew Mevis for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Mevis knocks this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Baltimore's set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. They go play action now. Jackson. He finds his man. Complete. It's Contreras. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Kittle. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Herbert now. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Hawkins. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This defense not budging, back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here's Jordan Stout now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 45 yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Out to his left. Julian Okwara. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time, with a return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
On for the extra point try, Andrew Mevis. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing is Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Herbert off of play action. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Out now Andrew Nevis for the field goal from the right hash. This from 33. Nevis knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a give up the middle. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. This is McCaffrey. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. Jackson on 1st down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Contreras. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. That's Contreras. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
Well, if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here's Herbert. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Mevis knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but, you know, the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because you know the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game. He'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. To throw again on second down. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCaffrey. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. First down, here's Mitchell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. On first down, Justin Herbert completes it to Davis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Mevis knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete, left side to Bateman. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Contreras. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. They'll try the left side. It's Hawkins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Third and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 60 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Another run with Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run over center with Mitchell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.